Mr. President.
Majority Whip.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask unanimous consent that the quorum call be vitiated.
Without objection.
Mr. President, today is November 7th, 2025. We are now 1 month and 7 days into the longest shutdown in the history of the American government. Democrats can stand here and claim they've broken the record. But for what? For leverage, for politics. Meanwhile, in every state of this union, the American people are getting hurt. They don't seem to care one bit. Soldiers are working without pay at Fort Bragg in Georgia. Where are the 2 Democrat senators from Georgia? A single mom in Michigan is struggling to put food on the table for her children. Where are the 2 Democrat senators from Michigan? Capitol Police officers and staff members on this very floor in this very building are struggling to pay their bills. Do the Democrat senators care about any of them? Government is still closed. They're not getting paid. Each and every one of these people are being hurt by the Schumer shutdown. Every one of them. And every day it gets worse for them. Yet Senator Schumer bragged to the press, bragged to them. He said every day gets better for us. I'm wondering who us is. Certainly not the American people. Certainly not the people whose flights were grounded today all across the country. You know, to keep our airlines and to keep our skies safe, the FAA directed airlines to reduce the number of flights. It's the right thing to do. This has impacted airports all across this country. That's the impact of what the Democrats are doing by keeping this government shut. The FAA administrator, someone with 35 years of experience in the field, he said, "We're in all new territory. Never seen anything like this before." And here's what really should terrify the American people. It's one Democrat staffer said Democrats won't open the government until planes fall out of the sky. Can you believe that, Mr. President? Let that sink in. Democrats are waiting for a disaster. And in the process, they're gambling with American lives. Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut, a Democrat with presidential ambitions, based on his scheduling and his speeches, he admitted it on the record. He said in an interview just yesterday with Punchbowl News, Senator Murphy said reopening the government would do, he said, substantial damage to the Democrats' brand. There you have it. Bad for the brand of functioning government. Democrat brand means more to them than 42 million hungry Americans. The Democrat brand means more to them than military families who aren't getting paid. The Democrat brand means more to them than safety in the skies. Let's call what it is, what we're seeing with the Democrat shutdown. It is cruel and it is heartless. Now, let's be fair. Even some Democrats now recognize that it is cruel and heartless. They're starting to turn on each other. One Democrat staffer admitted to the press that the far-left Democrats in their caucus have no plan to ever end the shutdown. None. Zero. They want to keep it going forever. The staffer even admitted the far-left Democrats are hurting people and they're doing it for political gain. This is the direct quote from the Democrat staff member, Senate staff. Families who can afford it least, he said, are getting walloped every day the shutdown continues. Mr. President, Democrats can and should end this shutdown today. Republicans have a clean, bipartisan continuing resolution at the desk to reopen the government. We want to pair this with 3 full-time appropriations bills. These are bills that have already passed the Senate with bipartisan support. They've been negotiated on a bipartisan basis with the House. Progress. We need to get it done. These bills would fully fund veterans care. They would fully fund our Capitol Police. They would fully fund food assistance in America, such as SNAP and the WIC programs. This is a very reasonable deal, a reasonable proposal, a deal that Democrats earlier this week asked Republicans to put onto the floor. And if it passes, the Schumer shutdown will end quickly. 13,000 air traffic controllers will get paid. 50,000 TSA agents would get paid. 1.3 million military members would be paid. Food assistance for 42 million Americans would be fully funded. Flights would get restored. Government would reopen. Some Senate Democrats have signaled they will still vote no. No. Evidently, they want the pain. They want the pressure. And as members of this body, as well as the Democrat whip, said to the press on television, she said, they want, quote, leverage to continue so they can score political points. Let me be clear about what a no vote means. A no vote is a vote to refuse to pay air traffic controllers who are working, refuse to pay TSA agents who have been working for the last 37 days, refuse to pay members of the military who continue to defend us and are serving us all around the world, refuse to pay Capitol Police officers who are here in this very building that the Democrat senators walk by each and every time they come into this chamber. A no vote is a vote to cut more flights and to cause more chaos for families hoping to travel over Thanksgiving. A no vote is a vote to deny food to 42 million hungry Americans. A no vote means Democrats continue to play their dangerous game of the politics of pain. There is no excuse, none, Mr. President, for voting no. Don't tell me I want leverage, which is what the Democrats have been saying. The American people are not leverage, they're not pawns. When Democrats treat American people as political pawns, the American people lose. And I don't want to hear him say, I stand on principle. What are the principles when you allow 42 million Americans to continue to go hungry? The American people are watching. They're watching to see who is fighting for them and who is simply using them as leverage. Thank you, Mr. President, and I yield the floor.
Mr. President.
The Democratic whip.
Mr. President, I have one word for my colleagues on both the other side of the aisle and on my side of the aisle.